Okay, before I get messages, if you see this video being like, Camden, can we play College Football 26? The answer is no, I don't have the game yet. So, before I even get started, I can't even see my camera, so I need to make sure that I be looking good. But you see the title. I am content milking the absolute heck out of the game right now. I'm just trying to get a couple things done. I need to, you know what I'm going to do? I saw this in the settings a couple days ago, and I was scrolling through this. I literally, like, I sat through the settings. There should be a streaming. There we go. Now it cuts out the music so I don't get any copyright. So we're keeping it at that for now. I need to check my camera, make sure I don't look like chopped. Can you full screen, buddy? Hello? Maybe not. I might not be able to full screen this thing. It looks like this can just come forward a little bit. We're fine. Where's the other one at here? Oh, it can't come any forward actually. Aha. Let me see if I can change what the camera looks like. If that helps me out. Give me just a second. We're gonna run some stuff here. It still says preview. There it is. Okay. Does that make it look worse? If you see more over here. I'm gonna move it back this way. That's cool. Oh, you know what would be cool? If that would turn this way, you could see like this here. But I'm cool with this for now. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Pretty much what we're doing, in case you're not aware, is I'm just going to hop into practice and try to figure out how to do like read option, how to like run defensive stunts, how to playmaker, and then I can post that on videos. Let me just make sure my sound's good. Yeah, we're good. All right, bet. So let's go into practice. Open practice. Right now I want to practice offense only for now. We're playing against Cones. What is this? Oh yeah, no, I want to play as Ohio State. Duh. Team settings? Don't really care. Uniform? Sure, let's play some nice ones. Let's put some nice ones on. What's someone that the fans would like to see? Second alternate. Ooh, blackout jerseys. Okay. The nice gray ones. Oh, I'm doing this one. Let me do the black helmet on the scarlet. And then I want black and primary. Yeah. Okay, so far thoughts on the game. I've consumed a lot of content on it. I've only played like half an hour, and it's just been like ultimate team challenges because I'm waiting to see if they drop the price. But I'm gonna try to get into content mode real quick, so don't distract me. Let me just first of all, what do I want to know first? First, I want to know how to playmaker a guy. So let me run just like, I guess like a random play. Okay. So I think it's left trigger and up. Left trigger and can I run it again? Okay, yeah. So you can do it on multiple players. Okay, that's dope. Okay, bad start. That's just RPO. That play doesn't really help. Can I change the play? Yeah, I can. Let's just have him run like out here. And then I want him to go like this way. No, actually come this way. I'll come this way. Come this way. Okay, I'll come back this way. I'll come back this way. Okay, cool. I think I figured out how to run playmaker. Because what happens is if you are... I'm pretty sure if you are just... okay, do they all have to be motion plays? I'm pretty sure if you don't hit the left trigger to do it, you end up like just like juking. So like what if I... Oh, I just threw it away. So how do you juke in the pocket then? Okay, so you hold down right trigger to run in the pocket, and you can only do juke moves if you're holding it down. Can I spin? No, you can only juke in the pocket. Well, actually, hold on. Let me see if that's true, because you might be able to spin with the right stick. Let me see. Okay, you can spin. You can spin in the pocket. You do that. Can you can back juke. Can you truck? Yes, you can. Okay, cool. Good to know. All right. I'm gonna try to record. College Football 26 came out with a new feature that I want to teach you all about. If you don't know the past like 100 years of Madden, you've been able to playmaker guys just by holding down your right stick or pushing in any direction you want. But that's not the case this year anymore. What you have to do this year is just hold the left trigger while you do that. I'm going to show you how to do that when we get into it here. So I'm using Ohio State, obviously, go Bucks. And if I snap the ball here, I wanted to play with nobody on defense just so I could show you. Right now, if I do this, nothing happens. Like if I'm trying to playmaker a guy with the right stick, nothing happens. But if you hold down the left trigger and then have a guy go left, let's say, that'll put my running back in motion. You could do that basically more than once a play. So like this guy here, I'm going to mess around with him, go left, go right, move back left, move up. And how about a guy come down? How about you go left? Like you could basically do whatever you want and then just throw the ball to him. So that's how to playmaker in here in the new game. And like I said, if you're going to get caught because it's not muscle memory right now, it's definitely not muscle memory for a lot of people. You watch some of the best players out there and they still haven't like gotten it through their head yet that if you just hit the right stick like normal, nothing's going to happen and nobody's going to move. So you have to hold that left trigger. And if you're on PlayStation, I think it's just like L2. You hold the left trigger, you move him in the direction you want. You can have a guy come down at you. So I got this guy coming down to me here, and whoa, pause. And then you can just throw that ball. Now, if you're wondering, like, why would they make this change? Because they added something else. And I don't want to run jet sweep here. I want to run something where I could, like, hang around in the pocket. They added a different thing to the game this year, which is you can actually do, which they used to have, you can run like you can be a running back as the quarterback if you're in the pocket. And what I mean by that is that you're able to like spin and juke in the pocket, and you just have to hold right trigger for that. So he has to be running. Julian Saint's running, and you can spin like this. You could juke left. You could juke right. You can back juke, as you can see here. You can even truck as well. Now I don't think I'm trying to get him to truck real quick. I guess yeah, there's a truck, and you can get him to like back juke. You have to be holding the right trigger for that though, because like I said, if you're not holding anything, you could just left, right, and nothing happens here. Nothing happens with your buttons here. So left trigger is for playmakering, like so. You want a playmaker like this. If you want to make your guy go left, hold down the left trigger and make the guy go right. And if you want your quarterback to be able to move in the pocket, and you have to hold down right trigger for this, you can have him spin, you can have him juke right, you can have him juke left, you can have him back juke, and you can even have him truck as well. And that's pretty much how to playmaker guys in this game. That's how to get your quarterback to have more control over his ball carrier abilities. And just the main difference, what you're going to take away, you have to hold down the left trigger to move to playmaker your guys. And I'll show you one more time here. Nothing happens if I don't do anything, but Jeremiah Smith here, I'm going to try to playmaker him. It doesn't want to playmaker him. There it is. It's going to playmaker my running back. I'm trying to get Jeremiah Smith to show off my boy. And there he goes. He's going to go right now. So you have to hold down the left trigger for that. And like I said, with the quarterbacks, you hold down the right trigger to get him to run. So this can help if you've got like a guy that's pressuring you a lot and you want to like escape. You can like juke your guy here. If you hit, here's something I did try. If you do try to use the normal spin button, which is the B button, this is what'll happen. Your guy will just throw the ball. And so you don't want to do that. You have to use the right stick in order to do that. You have to spin the circle like so to get him to spin. Sebastian, how you doing, buddy? I'm trying to record right now. This game just came out like 2 days ago, and it releases to everybody tomorrow. And so I'm trying to record some stuff real quick to get it like on the internet within the next couple days. Because last year I made this type of video and it did pretty well. But how you doing, buddy? All right, I need to do an outro. I want to say that's how to playmaker and how to control your quarterback like a ball carrier in the backfield. That's basically how you playmaker in this game in College Football 26 and how you make your quarterback act like a ball carrier in the backfield. If you enjoyed, make sure you check out the other videos for College Football 26. Subscribe, like, do all that stuff, and go Bucks. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Okay, that's it. What else did I want to showcase in this game? RPOs will be cool. RPOs will be cool. Showing all the passing mechanics will be dope. I got about 20 minutes to try to show. It's hot in here right now. Okay. I need to choose a different play. I want to run an option. If you're new to college football, or at least new to Madden in the last couple years, they changed around the way that you run the option in the game. Now, last year was the same as in this year, and I made a video on it last year, but I'm going to go ahead and make the same video again just to make sure that everybody in this year's game is on the same page on how to run the option. Now, I'm going to start with a normal read option. I don't remember what the button was before, but on Xbox, all you want to do to hold the ball as your quarterback is to hold down A instead of handing it off. And that'll basically allow your guy to run as much as he wants. It'll keep the ball with the quarterback and not give the ball off to your running back. Now, this is just going to be read option here. And if you don't touch anything, it hands off to your running back. He runs it right up the middle, and whatever happens. Now, it'll probably better show it off with defense, but I just wanted to show the muscle memory of trying to hold down that A button, because I think before I was holding down X, and I ended up doing this a lot on accident when I started college football 25 and 26. And if you're kind of newer to games, if you're kind of newer to the sports games and you haven't played in a while, you probably don't have the buttons mapped out to your head. So like I said, keep this in your mind. You hold A if you want the quarterback to keep the ball. You don't touch anything if you want your running back to touch the ball. So once again, hold A for quarterback. Don't touch anything to hand the ball off like so. I also want to showcase triple options just to show how quickly that the pitches are and what you could do differently. Let's get into that. Triple option. Oh, don't tell me this formation don't got no triple options, bro. Bro. I can run RPO. Okay. Of course, Ohio State doesn't have triple option in their playbook, but basically, instead of handing off, the only other aspect of it is that you're going to be pitching the ball. It's the same thing. You just snap it, and as you can see, the left bumper says tap to light pitch. That is an inaccurate pitch, basically, is how it was described last year. If you just touch the pitch, it will be able to pitch it to the guy, but it won't be as accurate. As you can see, my ball carrier kind of has to turn around to get the ball, and it's just awkward for him to get. Look one more time. He kind of has to catch it not in stride. Now, there is a way that you can get him to catch it in stride, but the thing is that if the guy has a defender that's about to hit your quarterback, you might fumble. You can hold down the left bumper, and it'll hit your guy right in stride. Now, the reason why you'd want to do that, it hits your guy right in stride, so it doesn't slow down your ball carry at all. And if you have the time to do it, your guy will always catch it in stride like so. So once again, the difference, if you didn't catch that, if you just tap the left bumper, which on PlayStation I think it's L1, your guy will not catch it in stride. But if you hold down the bumper, it's just a simple holding down of the bumper. He will always catch it in stride. And as you can see right there, if you didn't catch what I just did there, I think I accidentally just faked the pitch. And if I remember correctly, it's double tap the left bumper. He'll fake the pitch, and sometimes it fakes out the defenders. But that's how to run it without defense. Let's see if we can run it with some defense on. Practice type. Normal. Let's run a random play. So I have the defense just running a random play every time. It shouldn't be the same one. And this P guy is the guy we're going to be reading, I believe. And let's see what he does. He's going to commit to the quarterback, so I'm going to hold down that left bumper, and it hits my guy in stride. And I'm able to pick up basically first down on the play. Oh, my math was off. I only picked up 8 yards. But same thing, we're going to watch the P guy. He is going to, once again, he actually committed to my running back, so I did not make the right read. But I will do that again, I promise. I'm still trying to do this for the first time, but I know it's going to be helpful. So if I want to keep it as a quarterback, which there I can, as you can see, my quarterback got hit there. Now, if that's the case, I'm going to try to get it to where my quarterback gets hit, and then I try to do the heavy pitch, because I want to showcase what's that like. So I can not do that right here, because the guy did not commit to me. But in that case, you just keep it with your quarterback. Now, I do want to try the fake pitch as well. Let's see what happens first. Okay, there's the fake pitch, but it really didn't matter because the Illinois guy didn't really do anything. But I wanted to get him to commit to my quarterback to see what it's like. Okay, it didn't work. The guy just doesn't want to commit to my quarterback, but it's whatever. We still pick up a bunch of yards on the play. Still not here. Guy just wants Julian Sand to run the ball. Whatever, not me. All right, let's hope this time he actually does it. This time our line actually blocked pretty well. So I'm going to try it right there. And as you can see, I got hit, and I kind of had to throw it backwards. It was just an awkward animation. Here, I could try it again probably. No, I guess not. I was playing Dynasty a couple days ago on College Football 25, and I fumbled the ball so much on this. Here, I'll try it right here. My guy got hit. The pitch still came out well. I probably should have waited a little bit longer to showcase what I wanted. I'm going to try one more time. There, the ball gets fumbled. I still luckily pick it up because it's on freshman difficulty. But if you hold the ball too long, if you don't just tap a pitch like that to throw your guy off, you might fumble the ball. And so that's how to run read, or that's how to run the speed option with defense. But now let's try to run just the normal read option. Okay. This one I struggle with more. Remember, it's holding A to keep with the quarterback because it's a little bit of a quicker read. Honestly, if you're running this in online, I just like to take 3 or 4 yards that they give me anyway because it's a lot better than holding it, making the wrong read, and have your quarterback get absolutely flipped up in the air, especially with wear and tear this year. You really got to be careful of the wear and tear, especially in online modes, because that stuff can kill you. And there I make the wrong read, and that's pretty much what happens. You get blown up every single time. Now here, you want to make the wrong read again, and you get blown up. I'm definitely purposely showcasing that, right, guys? Yeah. Oh, I meant to actually keep it there, but whatever. Wrong read again. Sometimes that's why I'm gonna commit to handing this ball off. So even if that defender wants to come after me, that's 4 yards right there, as opposed to me keeping it and getting like lit up for a loss of a couple yards. Now Julian's saying I'm on freshman, so I can kind of just do whatever I want, but my knee probably just got blown out on that play. So once again, hold if the defender commits to their running back. Take your yards, slide, and if the guy commits to your quarterback, don't touch anything, and you should be able to get a pretty good amount of yards no matter what. Remember, this is on freshmen, so sometimes the play just might not work, but that's basically how you run the read option here in College Football 26. It's the same as College Football 25. Just wanted to update the video because last year it was kind of chopped. I didn't do it as well as this, and that's the option. I didn't run the triple option, but it's the same thing. It's either a keep or it is a pitch. Let's actually try to do RPOs real quick before we get out of here. Sebastian, hold on, I see you. I will let you focus on the video. Just want to say what's up. Good luck, probably back later on. You're good, Sebastian. I appreciate you stopping by. I know I haven't streamed in a while. It's been hectic, but I figured when I was like, oh, I'm gonna stream, I figured you'd stop by. I was hoping you would. What play do I want to run? My chat actually is not loading. It's frozen. Frozen solid. So if you're still here, bud, appreciate you. So I can't even see anything on my phone. Sucks. So I'm choosing a bubble play just because this seems to be the simplest way to explain it. Usually you just read the guy that's on the receiver, and I didn't even explain what I was doing there, but let's go back and run that one more time. Most of the time something shows up above your receiver, like of the defender that's coming after you, but it has not shown up yet, so I don't know if maybe it doesn't show up in these types of plays. Usually you could see like the guy you're supposed to read, but there's a guy above Brandon Innes. He's the star dev player on Illinois right there. You could probably see him. And pretty much the only thing that you have to do is throw it before the ball gets out to your running back. And this was probably the wrong read on the play anyway, but Ohio State's really good, so it really doesn't matter what you do. I'm just going to try to make the right read here. That was the correct read there, but got a car alarm going off. That was scary as heck, bro. Y'all hear that? Let me check on that. Give me just a minute. Oh, never mind. Car alarm's off. We're good. Sure woke up my whole family. Let me go check on it. We are good. The neighbors were just having themselves a ball, I guess, out there with their car. Just to go over it one more time, this is just a simple bubble option. They're going to commit to the receiver there, so I just hand it off. I didn't even accelerate there, so we lost 5 yards. But just to try to watch it again, this time probably the correct read anyway. But sometimes you're only going to get 3 or 4 yards on a play. And I think with the way that this game plays, it seems like it plays a lot slower than last year's game. And so if you're going to take your 4 or 5 yards, that's just what you're going to want to do. And the bubble option can be something that is really effective. I mean, you're basically getting a free bubble pass because most of the time, if you make the correct read, you're not going to get picked off. Like, nothing, there's going to be no fault to throwing that bubble there unless the guy is like jumping the route. Which, if that's the case, then you probably ran the play 45 times and might be deserved. Oh, I did not mean to throw that like that. I try to double tap that one to fake it, just to. Okay, yeah, I guess you can't fake it, but it's a free 4 or 5 yards, and that's kind of all you can ask for. You know, it's situational football. It might not be interesting, but it's football, and it's back, and I'm really excited. Let me try one more option play before we get on out of here. I gotta try to get back into the stream. Dude, nothing. Why does my phone just suck? Now, one thing I really struggle with is running these options that have like the slant route. I feel like I can never get that one correctly, and I'm not sure why. Like, I'm just not good at it, and maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's my fault, but I'm really not good at reading these plays. So the P was the read in the last one. So I think I'm trying to throw this to Carnell Tate. So I think I'm just gonna read P and throw that rock. I'm not sure. Let me play around with this for a minute because I really don't know. I think I guess I threw Jeremiah Smith that time. I don't even know. I just kind of freaked out. I don't really like running these plays. So if you're gonna run it, run at your own risk. But that time it looked like the linebacker just kind of stayed on the receiver. And so, like, this one could be... Okay, I waited too long on that one. I really don't know when to throw that rock on that play. But you've seen, I haven't thrown any picks yet. It seems dangerous to run this play because it's all congested up in that linebacker area. Like, here would probably be a great time to run it. They're running prevent. And so this is probably a touchdown. If I could just take my blocks the right way. I stepped out of bounds like a goofball. But that is going to be how to run the option and how to run the RPO in College Football 26. It's everything you need to know about option plays, RPOs. I didn't get into triple option, but it's the same thing as just a speed / a read option just combined. And if you enjoyed that, let me know what you want to see. More College Football 26 videos hopefully coming out soon. I'm just trying to grind out this game. Let's have fun with the game this year. I know last year there was a really high expectation, and hopefully this year it's better. It seems like the game is improved in a lot of ways. And if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, go Bucks, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Okay, that's 2. If you're going to watch this on YouTube later, you're going to be like, why is this guy, like, saying goodbye, like, 3 times? It's because I'm trying to record, and this is the only way I can record on my Xbox. And I've got 6 minutes to try to record this video that I want to record, which is the different types of passing. So I need to change. How do I change I want to change the practice type. Let me just run a random play. I actually just wanted to run random. Respawn, flip size practice types. I just want to do offense only. So I want to do the different types of, okay, wait, 2 times is random gun, and this is just random play. I want to do the different passing mechanics, and let's start with, classic. Classic should be easy. Sports fans, welcome into another College Football 26 video. I've been trying to crank these out for y'all, and this is all recorded the same day. A little editing magic for y'all. This is recorded within like 20 minutes of each other. Today, I wanted to break down the different types of passing. As you can see here, if you go into passing type in your settings, there's 4 different types. It's the same 4 types as last year. I made the same video last year, but like the option video, I wanted to update it to see if there's anything different with this year's game. A lot of people liked that video last year. It was really helpful throughout the entire year, and I figured provide the sports fans with another video, just an updated video on how to run basically all 4 of these passing types in the new game. So I want to start with classic passing, because classic passing is the exact same as basically any game that we've ever played. You literally just hold the button of the guy. Like, I just threw it to Y there. It was whatever. Let's make sure we have passing plays here. You just snap the ball, you touch it, and the guy will either lob it or he will bullet it, depending on how do you throw. And basically, if you're like that far confused to how to do that, I'm gonna throw this up to Jeremiah here. Just tapping X will lob that ball up in the air. That will be a lob pass. Now it's kind of like a loft. Now if you hold it down for a little bit, imagine there's like a metaphorical meter. It'll look more like that. That's not a bullet pass, but that's just more of like a, I don't know, a classic pass. And as for a bullet pass, let's show that off. I'm gonna bullet this ball to Jeremiah Smith again, and basically, oh, this is Carnell Tate, but same thing. That's a bullet pass. It kind of looked the same. Let me throw it on a shorter route just to show y'all the difference between that. I'm going to try to hit Carnell Tate on this bullet pass coming into motion here. So let me keep this, bullet that ball out. You see that's a really quick release right there. And that is pretty much how to use classic. There's nothing too hard about that. That's the same passing meter that we had all up until like last year. The next one is revamp. Now this is the one that I personally use. This one is a meter that you're going to fill up. And that blue meter is basically how to get the perfect pass, I believe. And honestly, I don't even be like getting perfect passes that much. But you can do the same thing where you want to loft a ball, where you want to, like if you just tap X here, as low as the meter goes, and that ball will loft up. That's way better for like 9 routes or for, I guess, post routes. Anything deep will probably want to be that, or maybe even screen passes, depending on the defensive formation. But same thing, X is a bullet pass. You'll see that meter went red. Now the thing is, if that meter is red, since you have more control over it, you want to time that meter correctly. If that meter is red, that ball will be bullet, but it might be inaccurate. And so you got to be careful about doing that. That pass right there was just a simple throw. I'm going to try to fill up that meter as much as I can. That's also a bullet pass, I believe. And as you can see, that didn't go red. I didn't go too far over. That's just a accurate bullet pass. That could be inaccurate depending on the rating of your quarterback. It's really hard to get these balls completed in this year's game. The game plays really slow. And so be careful if you're going to use revamp, because if you just hold the ball down, you can get an inaccurate ball, which causes your receiver to have to make adjustments to the ball. That's basically revamp passing as well. I like this one because it still feels kind of simple. It still feels easy. I don't play online very much, and so this is fine for just playing like Dynasty. That one I bulleted. That one I held down all the way, and I didn't get an inaccurate ball. So maybe on shorter balls here, you don't necessarily get the penalty that you would for throwing deep. So I'm going to try to hit A right here. Same thing. So you don't get red on where your quarterback's more comfortable to throw the ball to. But if you throw that ball deep to Jeremiah Smith, you can get that penalty. With that being said, that's revamp passing. Let's head on to the next one. Placement. Placement enables visual targets to control the pass, placement, and power. This leaves accuracy to be determined by the ratings. So this one is placement that I'm going to try out. And honestly, if you're confused, just literally come over. Where's the passing type? Passing type is placement. Read what it says. And not to be like mean or anything, but placement enables visual targets to control the pass, placement, and power. So this is placement and power, not placement and accuracy. This leaves accuracy to be determined by the ratings. If we go to classic, classic is basically the old school one that just is fully ratings. Now revamp passing, as you can see, it's based on ratings and pass context. The player can take some power off of their throw to make more accurate passes. So if you hit that yellow meter, you're basically in the right range there. You hit the red, you lose a little accuracy. You get lower, you have more accuracy. Now placement's what we're going to be doing next. The ratings determine the accuracy of the ball. So you can basically control the power of it, not the accuracy. Now placement and accuracy is going to be you get to do the accuracy, or you get to do the power and the accuracy, which we'll get into that one next. But we're going to do placement first. So in this route here, I just want to see what it's like. You can kind of direct Carnell Tate where you want to. I don't know if the corner route's the best way to describe that ball. But I wonder, like, if I try to throw a back shoulder here to Jeremiah, you can see it kind of goes towards his back shoulder. So you still have a little bit of control on what the accuracy is, or on where the placement is. But I think if you time the meter right, that gets you the best power that you want. So like if I just tap it, you can again lob that ball up, and that one's inaccurate. So that was up to the accuracy settings, which is why I don't really like this setting, because you can tap that ball and you can overthrow your receiver. Now what I want to try is if I tap, I don't want to run a motion play. Motion plays take too long for me, even though putting a guy like this is probably the same exact thing. Now what I want to know is if I just tap the ball, but I put him more on his line, he can still catch it. But that was a curl route, so does that really count? Who knows? The thing I don't really like about this game, or about this mode specifically, this power, is that you can get those random inaccuracies. And I am not a fan of leaving it up to the ratings. You can make a good throw if you'd like. Let me see here. Can I direct my guy? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. But as you can see, I did have some just accuracy mishaps just from tapping, and there was fine because you're leaving it up to the ratings. So last but not least, let's check out the placement and accuracy one. Now this one is what I think all the pro players use because it does not leave it up to player ratings. This is the most control that you have over it. And I believe this is one where you have basically control on anywhere in that green circle that you see, you have a chance to throw that ball. So there's a whole circle that lights up here if you guys look. I'm going to throw it to Carnell Tate deep here on the right. And you can kind of direct him wherever you want within that green circle, within that reticle, I guess. And that'll determine where that ball will go. It's cool if you feel like you've got a lot of control over your guy, and it makes for those back shoulder throws like actually possible. I just feel like with where I'm at in my game, I don't really need that. But I'm gonna try a back shoulder throw here just to see like if I can try. I'm gonna try to run a comeback here out of Jeremiah Smith and just see if I could throw like this ball as soon as he touches his break. And that one was actually a perfect throw. So it's cool if you know what you're doing, and maybe I'll transition to it later this year. But for now, I'm going to stick on revamp passing because that one feels like the easiest for me to master. It's just kind of, you can direct your guy a little bit. It's up to the ratings a little bit. And let me read it one more time. The ability to perfectly throw a pass based on ratings, and it bases it on a little bit of ratings and on pass context. And you can kind of control the accuracy with how much you hold down the button. That's basically the 4 methods on how you throw the ball in College Football 26. The game plays really slow, so like be ready for a lot of inaccurate balls like that. Player ratings do matter. That time I led my receiver too far to the left, and I'm totally fine with that because the game is going to play more real. It's going to be more simulation football, and I'm okay with that. There's another ball out of bounds, and that's kind of why I like it. I'm leading my players too far out of bounds, too far away, and what I should be doing is just not doing that. With that being said, if you enjoyed, let me know how I can make this better, or let me know if this actually helped you or not. This was the College Football 26 How to Pass tutorial, and if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, go Bucks, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Alright, chat, that's it. YouTube, if you enjoyed, that was a 32-minute stream session, and I knocked out 3 videos. I might be back with another one if I think of what I want to do. Probably a defensive one, but I'll do that one later if I want. With that being said, stream, I'll see ya.